Hey guys, we're back here on our south side remodel of in Chicago. Just wanted to give you an update. I know it's been a little while, but we've got a bunch of stuff we've taken care of here and are still rolling on it. First thing you'll notice, we got our tile put in. It's not grouted yet, but I think this nice little darker contrast to what will be our white shaker cabinets will look really nice. I also like you notice it's not just your standard like half brick pattern. It's broken into thirds, which I think looks really nice. A little tip when putting in tile and grout is I always like the grout to be a little bit darker than the tile. One reason is you don't want to have a giant contrast between your tile and your grout, but also I think grout in general being darker is usually better because it hides stains and wears a little more nicely than if you went with a lighter color grout. So I think when you're unsure what color to do your grout, go a little darker than what your tile is. So we'll go with like a natural gray here for the grout. You see we've got all our walls are primed. Still got to paint everything and install some fixtures, stuff like that. But everything's primed in here. All our drywall compound is sanded. Everything's nice and smooth. You'll never be able to tell where our drywall patches are. You can see you've got this will all be under the cabinet. So like these two tiles being the same spot, you'll never notice. You just need something solid to set your cabinets onto. I've still got to reroute this thing to the middle. I'm going to do that today. You can see this. Remember, this used to be our wood panel wall. We drywalled it. Everything's sanded, looking nice. We will paint everything in here. We even got our ceiling patches. You had pretty often when you're remodeling homes, you'll get cracks in your ceilings. So nice to do that. This tile will go in our bathroom floor. You'll see that in a minute. We've primed some of our molding and our trim because that's all going to be white. So instead of removing it all and putting new stuff in, we're just priming it. And there's a couple really nice paints that work well for that, because if you don't use the right paint, when you go to paint trim that used to be like a natural finish, it won't be very durable, and the paint will flake off and scrape off pretty easily. So I'll update you on that stuff. There's our excess mortar here, but you can see we've got everything drywalled in here. All our walls are primed, ready for paint. We've got our shower tile in, looking really great. Again, we haven't grouted it yet, but we'll go with I think it's a pewter gray, some other different color gray. DeLorean gray maybe is going to be the grout color in here. Not quite as dark as what's going on the floor, because the floor tiles are even darker than this. So I didn't want to go like extremely darker in the grout than I did the tile. So, but it came out pretty nicely here. We'll still grout everything. I still got to put in, controls and stuff like that. But coming together nicely for sure. If you remember, this room was all like half patched to begin with. We still got to sand some of the ceiling in here, but a lot of the drywall work is close to being done. Remember, there was also a doorway here that went into the kitchen. We've eliminated that, so now you just have like a regular bedroom here. We still got to prime this room. Then you can see we've got our closets went all the way to the ceiling. We've brought those down, so it takes a standard 80-inch closet door, bifold door we'll put in there. So all that drywall and compound been sanded and looking really sharp. So coming along on these bedrooms as well, painting all the trim again, patching again another closet that we brought down to accept a standard size door. So these are coming along pretty nicely. Let's go downstairs. And here it is. You see it's snowing in Chicago right now. Pretty chilly out. Let's go downstairs and check it out. So, see, we've got our sidewalls here, our drywall. Again, I like to use that green board in here. Let me see if I can turn on some lights. Oh, that's the light for, I don't have any bulbs in these things yet. But we got our corner bead put on. This all still needs to be mudded, taped. This is our main water valve that comes from the street. That's got to be connected to this. I've just got it temporary hooked up for with a spigot so we can mix mud, wash tools, stuff like that. This was damaged here, so we got a little bit of drywall compound that'll go there. And then what we're gonna do is, because we've got this like floor drain clean out here, we've got the water here, we're gonna box this in. We'll put a little panel on the front so you can still access your main water valve. And then we're gonna put a closet here to kind of hide or clean out, hide this box here. Otherwise, I think that stuff would look kind of goofy and be in the way. So we're gonna put a closet there. This is our bathroom here. We've cleaned it out a bit, but we still need to reframe some of these. See, this stuff is kind of moldy here. We're gonna reframe this shower area with treated lumber to help with making sure that it's more mold resistant, and in case any water gets in there, it's not too bad. And then remember, this area here had a wall here, if I can focus, a wall here, and this was all open here. So we've moved the doorway to right here because our soffit here came down too low and would have been too low for a doorway there for the bedroom. So we moved everything over, so now this will be a door right here. We also built a closet for in here so it can be used as a bedroom. So everything obviously still needs to be mud and taped. We're gonna move this light to the middle of the room too. Actually right now that light is hardwired. There's no switch to it, which is really odd, so we'll figure that out. Then furnace is running. Got our water tank gassed in. I haven't hooked up our main water lines because I haven't hooked the water up to the house yet. But that'll be this week. Not too much in this bedroom. This bedroom really just needs some paint and a little bit of facelift and flooring. No major construction in here. We'll replace all our ceiling tiles. Those will look really nice when we're done. This is just kind of a staging area for our tools. So that's roughly about where we're at with it. This week will be grouting all our tile. Probably putting in some kitchen cabinets as well. We'll get this upstairs painted, and we'll be pretty close to getting a lot of this work done up here on this first floor, and then we'll focus on the basement starting next week. We'll also have to refinish the floors, but see, we already got all our kitchen cabinets here ready to be installed. It's just kind of a bunch of material. Again, this tile will go in the bathroom here. So coming together for sure. So hope you're liking what you're seeing. Would love any suggestions. Put your comments and questions down below. Be sure to like, subscribe, all those fun things. JM Contracting, Chicago, putting it down. Talk to you soon.